Actually live. Hopefully nobody caught me trying to fix my neck there. But I guess I'm gonna do it again anyway. Either way, welcome into the Tech Summit experience. I, I, I love calling it that. I just think that it is pretty funny. And let me make sure that I am actually live on Twitch. I usually do tend to go live almost immediately on YouTube whenever I turn this on. So let me just make sure that everything is going as intended on Twitch as well. So let's see. And yes, okay, good. It looks like I am officially live on Twitch as well. And we should be having a swell time over here. Now I'm going to wait a little bit longer for people to start jumping in and see what's on everyone's minds, of course. But either way, if you're watching this as a VOD, well, welcome to the live review of the Maono AU300 HD microphone. This is a USB/XLR cardioid dynamic microphone that honestly sounds quite good. And this microphone, by the way, only costs $60. So, yeah, welcome to the world of affordable audio that still sounds pretty good. That much I can't say, yeah, at least, and that's nice. It is nice to see that we are able to get our hands on microphones that are affordable but still sound very good regardless. So, for one, I would like to say that Maono has done an amazing job with this microphone. And secondly, I would also like to say that we should be expecting a lot more manufacturers to kind of follow in the same footsteps as Samsung with the Q2U and with Audio Technica with their, I think it was the 2100X or something like that. I believe that's what their microphone was called. But either way, we should be having a pretty good time here. And let's see, as per usual, I'm going to be checking my phone periodically because, you know, messages do tend to come in. Messages do indeed tend to come in. Now, with that said, it looks like we have finally reached 8 o'clock, and Jesus Christ, was it hot today. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit still right now in New York City, which is honestly kind of insane, considering that it is only May 19th. We're reaching some pretty high temperatures. Not a big fan of that. I kind of miss my cold winters and the like, but I guess we are going to get those again way later down down the line this year. I mean, I don't know how many of you would be tired of winters by now, but it does vary. Oops, 1 second, please. All right, I am back with some lemonade to freshen up the evening. I have noticed that weekdays like these do tend to be pretty busy for a lot of people. Um, and I can't really blame them. I mean, it is the weekday after all, especially like in the middle of the week like this. I can't exactly blame anybody if we're being busy today. But yeah, I mean, essentially. And I've also noticed that this is like the case on Tuesdays as well, which is, you know, like just kind of an interesting observation more than anything. However, I am still going to be here for the remainder of the hour in case anybody ends up jumping in, because this whole live stream will be dedicated to communicating with anybody that jumps in, if anyone does, of course, and also to talking about this microphone in general during the live review, just as promised. Which, by the way, if you have not checked out the live review for the Maono AU300 HD microphone, that is going to be on my channel. It should be the very last video that I made, as it was posted just today, and I always stream with the same microphone that I review on the same night that I do so. And oh hey, well, Bloody Fedora just jumped in. Hello there, Tech. Hello there to you, Bloody Fedora. How's your night going so far? Tell me about that. How's everything going on your end? I just got a notification from eBay saying that an important package just kind of got delivered. I'm going to go ahead and verify if that is actually true, but they tend to lie about important stuff like this, and it makes me very sad when they do that. But either way, I think that I do owe it to myself to at least go ahead and check. Ah, okay, let's see. In my end, not much. Just have work, work to do, but I still have time. Oh, I see. Oh, well, I very much hope that you can stick around for the hour that I'm going to be here for. And what kind of work do you have ahead of you? I'm sure that it is workforce related to an extent, no? Okay. Well, I'm going to be right back to see if that package actually arrived before I go and yell at USPS for that. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. And you saw that you just have to design. You have to design another plea. Really? That is currently your project. And by the way, it looks like eBay was not lying. My package did actually arrive, and I was surprisingly happy to see it. Granted, it's late, but it is at least here, and I can't believe that it actually is here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this is not appropriate for the tech channel, considering that this is not tech related whatsoever. However, it is so related to one of my hobbies. Essentially, I finally have 3 copies of my secret rare Ash Blossom. So that finally came in. So I can finally flex on my friends and, and make them feel bad for not having secret rare Ash Blossoms. Even though, like, you can get that card in a bunch of different rarities. There's gold rare. There is, just common. There's ultra rare. Among, yeah, actually, I think that's it. I don't think they have super rares of it. You're streaming on YouTube too, right? Yes, sir. I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the moment. But it seems like most people are on Twitch tonight. So, yeah. To those of you watching right now, do keep in mind that we are currently on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And this is going to pretty much be exactly how the stream is going to be going. But if you guys don't mind, I'm also going to be swapping out some cards over here while I talk to chat. Because I've been waiting for this day for quite a while, I had to say. And then I had to sleeve these other cards individually because like this card's also not very cheap whatsoever. But it's just that she's not quite as versatile as her, which is like her sister basically. Even though I do prefer the artwork of Ghost Bell, which is this card. Cool card. Oh well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Spent a lot of money on that card. It's a little shameful to say, of course, but hey, there's that. But either way, Koi PKSAO, thank you very much for stopping by. And it has been a while. How has everything been on your end? Weird. The moderator list is not updating. I wonder why. That is pretty strange. I don't know if it has anything to do with me going over, to stream to both platforms at the same time, but I very much hope not. I hope that it doesn't get in the way. School got me tripping. I feel that. I remember when I was in school. Thank the Lord I graduated. But tell me, how has school been treating you nonetheless, huh? Ooh, okay. Well, these cards are in very good condition around the back, but then I take a look at the top portions, and you can tell that they have been slightly played. This is where I'm at in 2021 right now. Looking at cards this way. Oh Jesus. I can't see who was online, who was here. Completely blind. Oh no. But you can't see other chat messages, I'd assume, right? At least. I can only see you and me, Tech. I got this last project thing. Either I get a good grade on this and then I don't take the exams, or I get a bad grade and do the exam. Wow. So it's like you do the work, but you didn't do a good enough job, so you have to do more work. Or you do a good enough job to avoid having to do more work. I mean, hey, at least that is there. Biology is a scam. Honestly, that does not sound too bad whatsoever. Because what a lot of teachers did to me, I guess, when I was in high school was like, okay, well, you guys have a final project as well as the final exam. So you have to do both, no matter how well you do on either one. So I would consider this a pretty big win, actually. Though, when it came to biology, I think I only had to take 1 year of biology, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring and Secret Rare has been added to my deck, which means that I can celebrate gleefully. I've got my triple Forbidden Droplets as well, and yeah, now I can actually finally put the 3 Ghost Bells in the binder where they belong, because these cards are quite nice. I can see the chat, yes, but I can only see you and me, and now Koi PKSAO, nothing more. Can you see Jimwell that just stopped by, actually? And hello, Jimwell. Are you using a DAC for your headphones right now? I am. It is technically, just a headphone amplifier. But I believe that it's both an amp and a DAC. And I'm currently using the Sennheiser GSX 1200 Pro, which is a gaming amplifier. Specifically, it can give the surround sound, which is cool for playing games, but for every other reason, not super practical. However, they do offer a decent amount of more power to these headphones, considering that I use the Go XLR, and I usually have my headphones connected to my Go XLR. However, what ended up happening is that when I got these headphones, whenever I would max out the volume on my Go XLR, while the volume at max volume was fine, it wasn't satisfying enough because I felt like I had to listen to anything at max volume for me to get the most out of it. So I felt like getting an amplifier that I can daisy chain to my Go XLR would be the best way to go. And well, I wasn't wrong. uh, I'm glad that I made that decision nonetheless. But yes, this is going to be the Sennheiser GSX 1200 Pro. Koi PKSAO says, well, my school is kind of cool in a way that you can be exempt from the final exam for the class if you get any combination of A's and B's for third and fourth quarter, aka second semester. Gotcha. They also call them marking periods over here in New York. But wow, I mean, like, yeah, you guys are actually pretty cool for having that option. That option was not afforded to us. It was like, guys, you have a final project, and we have this super awesome, fantastic, and amazing final exam coming up as well tonight, and we simply cannot wait for you to partake in the amazingness that is going to be this exam. And that's pretty much how it goes over here in New York. Ultra Prank says, what is up? What is up with you, buddy? I'm currently actually just kind of in the middle of sleeving some cards. You know, like being a super Chad at the moment and, you know, playing with children's cards. But trust me, I'm in the middle of some important stuff. What are you up to, though? Bloody Fedora says, mine, I have to do 3, the project, the exam, the analysis, final talk with teachers and questions. Okay, so I guess it's kind of like a final interview that you would have with your own teachers, right? See? A bot. This is why I hate being blind. Oh, wait, which bot is it? I didn't spot one. Why list no updating? I have no idea, quite frankly. I think it's just Twitch being a meanie-mo beanie. I didn't see the video, but was the FIFA K690 good for streaming? My general answer was yes for that. And I recommend that you watch it. Because I do go into great detail in that video as well. And I think that I've got quite a few valuable things to say about the microphone in general on there. I do remember the night that I ended up streaming with it, and a lot of people liked it for sure. There you go. The ghost spells have been sleeved up, now they belong in the binder. This is going to be most of the stream, and if anyone complains, I'm complaining back. In the driest way that I can possibly say that. Get my own feelings across. Let's see. We had to do a voiceover for the project and my throat hurts, so that was fun. How long was that voiceover session? I mean, it would have to be pretty long, like for your throat to start hurting like that. It was one of those bots' name, T-Diabolic, or something. The usual buy viewer stuff. Okay, I see. I didn't even notice it around here. You see, like your senses are very sharp. I don't even think you need that list. What headphones are you using right now on the stream? So currently I'm using the Hythman Sundara. Fantastic pair of headphones. Jamal, just bought the glorious Model O wireless mouse online. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember you talking about this mouse in the past. Would love to hear your thoughts about it at some time. I actually don't tend to review mice on the channel. I do a bunch of different types of like PC accessories and PC gaming accessories and things like that. But mice is really just not a specialty of mine. Like, if I'm honest, I kind of suck at like evaluating mice, which is why I tend to stay away from it. And I'm somebody that likes a very heavy mouse anyway. Like, I'm somebody that likes a lot of friction, like a lot of resistance to my mouse. I'm just weird in that regard. So like my throat was hurting before, like strep throat, and then I had to do the voiceover. Oh, I see. So that only made it worse. So I had to do the voiceover while my throat was already struggling. I see. So like it wasn't really the length of time that they made you do the voiceover for. It's just that your throat was already in pain, and then the fact that you had to do this just kind of made it worse. I I understand. Yeah, it seems. It definitely seems like quite the inconvenience, if I do say so myself. I'd be pissed. I would yell at my professor. So I'd be like, I demand my money back, you. You, you, you damn gamblers. I don't know. I don't know what I would call my teachers or my professors. If I were like in the middle of a shouting match where I'm like trying to insult them and win. I, I'm not sure particularly how I would end up addressing that. I plan to do an extension project, basically something for research or the community, but this semester I didn't have time. Oh, I see. I mean, I know that school has certainly kept you pretty busy, so I wouldn't really blame you if you didn't have enough time to get around that kind of thing. In fact, uh, don't even give yourself much pressure there. And thank you very much, Chris1204S, for following up. I do very much appreciate it, and I do hope that you are enjoying this live stream so far. I hope that you're enjoying the sass that that keeps coming from all of this, from the mess that is tonight's live stream. Or I don't know, maybe this live stream is just putting you to sleep, which is also a good thing if it helps you relax in any way. If it helps anybody relax in any way. But with that said, for tonight, these cards can stay in here because now I think it's tomorrow that pretty much the majority of the cards that I'm missing will be arriving. At least, hopefully, considering that I've genuinely been waiting for quite a while here. Tomorrow is my last day, so I'm happy that I'm getting the opportunity to watch you again. Aw. School. Last day of school. Not like anything else. Oh, okay. Oh, man. I mean, like, it almost sounded like how, like, this was it. There was some kind of special plan uh like for tomorrow, like where your Wi-Fi around your neighborhood is just gonna get like cut off or something. And then that's it, like your last contact with civilization would have ended there. Have you ever used one audio headphones? No, actually I've never used audio headphones. I'd totally be interested in doing so though. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look. I think you've mentioned audio headphones in the past as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. My goodness. Shakira M. Love Tech Summit reviews. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I do very much appreciate it. And I hope that you're having a good time so far. Like, thanks for all of that support. I typed it and I was like, wait, this could sound wrong. As you felt like you needed to correct that. Hey, no worries, no worries. I too have typed things that I've thought would sound a little awkward. It's like, oh, wait, are you saying goodbye? I'm gonna check out those audio headphones real quick. I think I've heard of the brand in the past because I feel like you brought them up, yeah, in the past. They were on Amazon. Gotcha. So there's one audio. Wait, are you referring to one audio? That brand? It was something like this. The Mariah Dapena's law and acts of aggression. It was to inform the community how our laws work against abuse from both sides, how women and men should protect themselves and how to use the system, something like that. Okay, so like some kind of research paper, I suppose, or I guess like kind of like some sort of guidance to offer. It sounds like. Ultra Pranks is confirming yes to my comment. Come to think of it, I do think that somebody from One Audio probably reached out to me at one point about reviewing their headphones. But we had a pretty full schedule for May. In fact, it is still full for May. So at the time, I had to decline. But yes, like I had a feeling that I had heard the name One Audio at some point. So this is where it comes from, and like for some reason I just thought of totally like different types of headphones, and this is what we ended up getting. I am seeing like some offerings over here with 80 hours of battery life, which is pretty insane. To be frank, it sounds pretty awesome. Bloody Fedora says, yeah, like basically community guidance and gather data. I gotcha. And I'm pretty sure that people would have appreciated that. Some people would have, at least, I think. And that's good. And it's always good to have people like that who are willing to do something for your own community. I myself am not that kind of person. I'm the kind who's more like, well, as long as I'm doing all right. I don't think my community needs to be doing all right. But that's more so like around where I live versus my YouTube community. My YouTube community is a totally different story. Because I have interactions with you guys like just about every day and during live streams and things like that. And you've all been very supportive and very friendly. So I've got nothing but good things to say about you guys. You should make a review of the JBL Quantum Gaming headphone series. Let's go ahead and take a look. JBL Quantum Gaming. Okay, I'm just gonna type that in and see. JBL. I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't even know that they made headphones. Wait a sec. I'm being a little bit silly because a lot of these I actually kind of do recognize. So I think that headset. I am seeing this JBL Quantum 800 headset that does actually look pretty cool because it does have LED lighting by the looks of it. It's got active noise canceling too. Like, okay. It's got an interesting little microphone combo there. I can assume it probably doesn't sound that amazing because it is a headset microphone after all. But hey, I mean, who knows? It could very well be one of the best ones ever. And I just haven't given that a try. So which one would you have in mind for me to test out? Over here, I'm seeing the 300 model, the 100 model, the 800 model. I'm seeing the JBL Quantum 1. I'm seeing the 400 model, and I'm seeing a 200 model as well. Oh, and there's also a 600 model. There's so many models under that moniker. Oh, and a 300 model, if I haven't mentioned that already. So which one did you have in mind, perhaps? But I didn't have time. I had to decline. Tough luck. It would have added hours for my curriculum. I mean, it would have been nice for sure. Like to have that, to be able to work on something like that. So yeah, like while it is unfortunate, it is just, like all based off of the current circumstances that you're in at the moment, BRB Tech. Oh yeah, no worries. Go ahead and take your time. Do you review headsets? Yes, I do review headsets. I would say that pretty much the only PC accessory that I don't review are just mice, because I feel like I wouldn't do a very good job at reviewing a mouse on its own. Yo, says Eternal Fable. Well, thank you so much for jumping in. I appreciate it. RGB equals FPS, just a fact. It is a mere fact. And if anybody tries to deny that, you show them the scientific graphs that say otherwise. Yeah, make sure you do that and tell them that you have my stamp of approval, if that means anything to them. Like, you go, well, Tech Summit says so, and then they go, who the is Tech Summit? We don't know who that guy is. And then you say, well, he likes to talk about microphone, and he always shows off his Yu-Gi-Oh cards. How do you not know who he is? Would you review the oh, wait a second. There's actually a message right before that. The funny thing is, the cheapest option from the series actually has the best sounding microphone. Is that so? So you're talking about the 300. The Quantum 100 headset, like the wired only headset. And you think that that's the one with the best sounding microphone? That's pretty interesting, actually. I mean, like, usually with headsets like this headset costs about like $34 from what I'm seeing on Amazon. And usually with headsets like this, like, a lot of compromises have to be made in order to be able to turn this into a profit. So, like, the fact that the microphone could sound pretty good, or at least just sounds better than the rest of them, like, that's a pretty big deal, actually, especially on the cheapest model. Would you review the Turtle Beach Recon 70? Let's go ahead and take a look. Turtle Beach Recon 70. Oh, I see. Like, it's a pretty budget headset for the Xbox One, Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PS4 Pro, Nintendo Switch, and a mobile, most importantly. And they do have a bunch of different colors. Like, I genuinely thought that this was initially just going to be like an Xbox headset. And then I'm like, oh no, wait, they have other colors, which means that they have to cover other ground. But, while I probably wouldn't do a standalone review on this headset, like, I would probably put it in, like, a comparison video with, like, other headsets of either the same price range or higher, you know? So that's probably how I would handle something like that. Blood Fedora made it back, but I think he made it back a while ago. WB! I don't quite know what WB means. I'm sorry. To be honest, there are a lot of headsets that are over $100, but yet there are USB mics that sound way better for cheaper, like the Fee-Fine microphones. Yes, I have to agree. I don't know why that's the case, but virtually every headset microphone that I have ever tested on any headset just sounds awful. Even like when it comes to gaming headsets specifically, like the ones with the protruding microphones and things like that, I never really got why. I never really got why. But I would love to see a gaming headset that actually has a good microphone built onto it. Big Dave, hello Big Dave. Big Dave says that there's always a compromise with those mic headset combos. One or the other is good, not both, or overall build quality is cheaper. Hold on. Yeah, there always is some kind of compromise, but I feel like oftentimes the compromise ends up being made actually for the microphone. Like, I do think that a lot of affordable gaming headsets can sound pretty good, but oftentimes, while I understand why they would prioritize the audio itself that comes from the headset over the microphone quality, I would not expect them to just, like, give you absolute trash tier microphones. You know, like microphones that sound like you're basically a pilot or something. What's up, little buddy? Hello, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by. Have you heard anything about the Bose Quiet Comfort noise canceling earbuds? Ooh, man, I'm getting a lot of recommendations tonight. Let's see. I've been trying to find stuff to review actually for June. So let's see. Bose, quiet comfort. Quiet comfort. Hang on. Noise canceling. Earbuds. Let's see. Come on. Amazon, show me the right stuff. I think my cousin brought these up to me at one point, and he said, "Oh, like Bose made some new ones," and then I kind of just like brushed it off, like, yeah, I guess they did, but I didn't really like think about it ever since. However, while I have tried Bose headphones and speakers in the past, I've never actually tried earbuds. So I totally be down for giving those a try at some point. Maybe I would get them in white though, if anything. So let's see, a lot of things to think about for June, no doubt, and I very much appreciate all of these. All of these recommendations. Koi PK has say how. WB is welcome back. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so detached from the internet lingo. Whoops. I'm a boomer. Yes, I'm actually a boomer. Don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. I am an old man. I use a Samsung G-Track Pro USB mic. It is amazing. Yes, it is. That is an amazing microphone. I absolutely love the G-Track Pro. I think it sounds fantastic. Probably one of the best value USB microphones out there at all, especially if you're looking for a condenser microphone. How come microphones on gaming headsets sound bad? I think it kind of just goes back to that conversation that we were having earlier, and it's really mostly just that they tried to stay within a certain budget, and then they end up putting a lot of that budget towards maybe the build of the headset, the sound, the comfort, like all of these things that are still important to a gaming headset, but then they completely end up ignoring the microphone quality because a lot of them kind of assume that you either don't care about your audio quality or you're just going to get a separate microphone for it anyway. And I don't really agree with that decision. I think that they should try and give you a decent microphone. But I have tested no headsets with good microphones. Oh yeah, I know. Thank you. Sorry there. I'm just a little bit busy. Sorry there. Nah, no worries. No need to worry about it whatsoever, Bloody Fedora. The Turtle Beach Recon 50 and 70 sounds at the best out of most Turtle Beach headsets. I have heard a lot of great things about Turtle Beach headsets. A lot of Xbox players actually tend to really gravitate towards Turtle Beach, and that's one thing that I've noticed for sure. The MPOW EG10 gaming headset has a good sounding microphone, but they kind of cheapen out from the overall sound quality of the headphones. Why? Why make that sacrifice? Wait, like how much is that headset anyway? Let me see. MPOW EG10. I'll be the judge of that. Wait a second, I don't even think that they're on Amazon whatsoever. But either way, still, like that is pretty strange. It is pretty strange that they would end up having to actually sacrifice on the actual sound quality of the headset itself. I don't see why they would have to do that, not necessarily. They were $200, so I'm wanting a review first. Okay. On Amazon, I'm actually seeing those earbuds for $280. So I might have to buy them directly from Bose if I want that $200 pricing. But yeah, I mean, like, I'd be down to review these. Hopefully people are interested as well. Can you do a review on the Movo UM700? Movo UM700. I think I've already done so. And yes, I have. So I do already have a review of the UM700 on the channel. I was kind of just checking, like, to be sure that I was thinking about the same model. And yes, it turned out that I was. So that review came out, I think it was I think it was either very early this year or pretty late. Oh no, it was in February. On February 18th of this year is when my review of the UM800 came out. And that microphone is very good, very good for the money. Uh, I very much enjoyed my time with it, I gotta say. I think it is a very fantastic microphone. No, not you, Bloody Fedora. Tech over here doesn't know acronyms. No, I don't. I'm kind of dumb. Famous. Oh, okay, so it works. The whole phrase is blocked. Wait, what phrase is blocked? What? Oh, wanna become famous. Buy followers. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that, Bloody Fedora. I appreciate it. So no one can say famous anymore. So sometimes you just need an EQ, and it's actually okay, but out of the box, it's pretty terrible. Well, that's pretty unfortunate to hear. I feel like that just shouldn't really be the case. Like, they should still be able to take the time to actually tune these in factory to make sure that they're just ready for use right off the bat. I'm not a big fan of that kind of practice, I'm not gonna lie. That makes it 2 times now. KB&M and WB. I'm like 1 Tylenol away from being sick free. Wow. I do hope that Tylenol does indeed help you out there. Nice that I can block whole phrases and the words can still be used by themselves. Oh, okay, well that's good. So like in this case, context is what kind of dominates that. I have no idea what you blocked. Oh, like it's just the whole phrasing around famous, like to make sure that if anyone says, hey, want to become famous, buy followers, that gets blocked right off the bat, because those tend to be bots. Famous, they still can, just not the whole phrase. Gotcha. Can you do a review of the Audio-Technica AT2005 USB if you haven't? I would be happy to check it out. Let me go on Amazon and see what microphone this is. So you said the Audio-Technica AT2005 USB. Oh wow. Okay, so this is basically a lot like this microphone actually. They look very similar over here. Okay, interesting. So it looks like Audio-Technica had already been making dynamic microphones like that. It does come with a phone clip, a cheap tripod. It does come with a USB Type B cable, and it does come with the XLR cable already. It comes with a windscreen, it comes with a pop filter. I think all that stuff is actually pretty cool. Yeah, like very much like this microphone, the AU300 HD, and also very similar to the Samsung Q2U. I know that I keep making comparisons to it. And there's also this other microphone from Shure, which is the one I'm thinking of is the Shure SM58 LC. So yeah, like I think it'd be pretty cool to actually check this microphone out. I've actually become a pretty big fan of microphones like this, to be completely honest. And this one from Maono is a very great contender. I think it sounds great. I do have an EQ applied though. Like I did make some changes to the microphone, so this isn't like the raw sound. But either way, like even by itself, for $60, you're getting very good value with this microphone. Just for reference, how much are those tiles behind you again on the wall? Oh, these? So these you can get, I believe it's a kit of 9 tiles. Costs about $200. I would recommend that you try to find them on a sale or something. Big brain move tech. Wait, what did I do? 5 head move. When I'm confused, what did I do? Did I like pick my nose at one point? I forgot. You should make a comparison of Maono HD300 HD, Samsung QTU, and the Audio Technica ATR 2100X. I would be down for that actually, like doing a comparison video of dynamic microphones of around the same price tag, with that are virtually supposed to be just like different versions of one another, but like branded differently. I think that would actually be pretty cool. And based on everything that I've been seeing as of late, I think that it would be pretty easy to do as well. So yeah, I don't see why not. Can you do a review on the Rode NT-USB if you haven't? I do plan on making one soon. Yes. That review will hopefully come out. It is going to come out closer to the end of May, but I do have that review already scheduled for somewhere around the 28th. I would say it's going to be for the Rode NT-USB Mini. So that's the one that I'm going to be covering. Oh, what I did. Yes. What you did was a big brain move indeed. I thought that you guys had caught me doing something for a moment. I was like, whoa, wait, what happened? Scared me. For the Samsung QTU and the Rode Pod mic, which one is better in quality? I like the sound of the Samsung QTU more, and the Samsung QTU has amazing sound rejection in comparison to the Rode Pod mic. However, the Rode Pod mic already has a very designated podcast sound to it, but I do feel like it does have a relatively high noise floor, and it does take quite a bit of power also to get a good amount of volume out of it. It's not the best tuned microphone per se, but I do still think that the pod mic sounds pretty good for what it is. It's built incredibly well, and it is the microphone that I use for my podcast as well. But for more general usage outside of podcasting, I think that the Q2U is going to be a better option for the vast majority of situations. I mean, the Q2U can be used in both USB and XLR mode. Again, sound rejection is fantastic on the Samsung Q2U. Like, I can have my AC on and hardly anyone will hear it. But with this microphone, I'm pretty sure people can still hear it. Sennheiser MD 441U review. Let's see. Let me go ahead and check that microphone out. Yeah. Or whatever that is out, I should say. I shouldn't assume that it's just a microphone. Where do I go? Okay. Alright, so let me see. Sennheiser MD 441U. Wait a second. Oh man, if only. I wish that I could review a microphone like this. I really love the design of the Lewitt microphone. Oh yeah, there was one Lewitt microphone that I actually still have in my schedule and I do plan on reviewing. That's the Lewitt MTP 440DM. I do still plan on reviewing it at some point. I do like the design of that microphone in particular. I think it is a pretty cool one. Man, but this microphone from Sennheiser, dude, like, it's such an interesting look. Is this really a dynamic microphone? It looks like a condenser microphone. So this is a supercardioid pattern microphone, a 5 position according to the listing here. Oh, and someone is selling theirs used for $899. Fantastic. So this microphone polar pattern, it's unidirectional, but here it says that it's supercardioid, not unidirectional, unless they somehow mean the same thing, but I don't think so. Wow. Okay, so the microphone that he was referring to, the Sennheiser MD441U, is $1,000. Yeah, I definitely can't afford that. It would be so cool, like, to get to review a microphone like this, but I can't afford it, unfortunately. Like, that's my rent for 2 months right there. The Apogee Hyperdynamic is really good as well. Oh, I'll go ahead and check that one out. Review of the CAD U37. Hang on, CAD U37. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so this microphone is way cheaper. Sort of resembles the 441U. Yeah, this is a very different microphone, for sure. Not sure if I see myself reviewing this one necessarily either. Let's see. The microphone, well, your voice sounds okay, but my perception of it is high medium quality, or might be just the volume or your voice today. I mean, my voice is back to normal actually, so maybe it could just be the EQ settings that are making it come off that way, or it really could just be that because I have my AC on, like maybe that's not helping my case here necessarily. Right, the Apogee Hyper Mic. Apogee Hyper Mic. Okay, I am seeing. I mean, I'm seeing the hype mic. Oh yeah, it is the hype mic. Sorry, the hype mic. Okay, I'm not seeing a price here on Amazon. Oh, $350 for a USB microphone. Really? Is it USB and XLR, or is it just USB? Because if it is, it's just USB. What the? And it's a tiny ass microphone as well. That's kind of insane. Dude, like this microphone better sound like gold at that price tag. I mean, it's got some kind of like gold paint over it, or I guess it's like rose gold according to this, but wow. The Apogee is really good as well. It's kind of pricey though, since it caters to Apple users. Yeah, I see that. Even I was like, wow. This microphone that you're using, I don't know, sounds like there's a fog in your voice. Really? Okay, then I might have my lows a little bit too high. I think that's probably the issue. So let me go ahead and fix that up real quick. Okay, so how does that sound? Like, does it still sound foggy, or what do you think? I've actually gone ahead and reduced the lows a bit, or by a considerable amount. I would say by half of what I had increased it by. So, I mean, I can definitely hear the audible differences, but yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. How do you censor the cuss words? Haha, well, funny that you ask. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch cameras over here, so let's see what I can manage. Let's see. Huh. Okay. Well, the Razer webcam does not want to turn on right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been having issues with this camera where it just doesn't feel like turning on at times. But either way, I guess I'll just explain how I do it. So, like, essentially, there's just a sensor button on my Go XLR, which is my audio interface. So when I press it, it mutes me, and instead it makes the beep sound go through my microphone. So for instance, if I'm going to be talking like this, I'm going to say something that I'm not supposed to say. Like, let's say something along the line of, that big dog at the park was trying to take a mass, and like I can just like press the button when I know that I'm going to curse, and kablamo. What what do you expect for an Apple endorsed product? Yeah. Well, fair enough. I guess that in the sense you could make the same argument about Beats. I'm trying really hard to discern. I mean, are you listening with earphones or just with like your phone speakers? Because that is going to affect how you hear things, or how things start to make a difference. I'm still receiving you at 480p today. I I really think that the reason for that is because I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So like it might be trying to do something about the bandwidth that I'm consuming, hence reducing the resolution. I think that's what's going on. I don't feel much difference, but it might be more clear. I'm hearing from my phone. I see. Yeah, usually like when it comes to the microphone test and things like that, it is pretty hard to tell the difference through like phone speakers, or even just like regular speakers oftentimes actually. Like you would want to wear headphones usually for that kind of thing. Otherwise, like, it would be pretty hard to tell the differences in audio quality, especially if the differences are more subtle. Are dynamic microphones good for voiceovers? They are, but condensers are better for voiceovers. Because when it comes to voiceovers, condenser microphones just offer a lot more crispness to the audio. I would say like you just get more detail. You get more to play around with, and you get to hear more too. But when it comes to dynamic microphones, you do lose a bit of that detail and a bit of that crispness for the sake of sound rejection. Which, I mean, like, it is a trade-off that really depends on what you would rather do. But when it comes to voiceover work, if I would choose between a dynamic and a condenser microphone, I would immediately go the condenser route, for sure. And one microphone that I believe is great, especially for voiceover work, is going to be the Rode NT1A. Fantastic microphone. AverMedia has a webcam they claimed that can replace the DSLR in quality. The live streamer Cam 513. I think I was checking that one out last night actually. Not going to lie. AverMedia Cam 513. I believe it's the 4K webcam. And yes, it is. It is the 4K webcam. I was looking at it last night. And I'm going to have to say that no webcam can simply replicate the look of a DSLR from my experience. I have tested out webcams that are of around the same budget, such as the Razer Kyo Pro, which is also a $200 webcam. And while it is a pretty good webcam, for webcam, it's not that great. And it certainly would not be able to replace a DSLR. So I do have a tough time believing that this webcam from AverMedia would be able to do that. If I can ever bring this over to the studio, then I would love to review it and try it out, but I wouldn't put it on such a high pedestal personally. Though, of course, I haven't tested it, so I could very well be wrong. Nothing will replace a DSLR, except for a DSLR. I use the Fujifilm X-E3, and I've had so many other options, and none of them can compare. Yeah, like when it comes to mirrorless and DSLR cameras, a webcam simply cannot compare to those. But even like within that same realm, like when you're comparing other DSLR cameras to one another, there's still a massive market there as well. A lot to take a look at. And I kind of want to actually take a small peek at that camera, the XT3, to see. And yeah, this is actually a legit DSLR, a full frame camera by the looks of it as well. Oh no, wait, no, this is a mirrorless camera. As for full frame, that's actually haven't been able to verify that yet over here. But still, it does look like a pretty beefy camera for sure, and it is on the premium side of things for prosumers, no doubt. 4 minutes to 1 hour, yes sir. Well, that was 4 minutes ago. We actually just made it to the hour mark. What's a better investment nowadays? A gaming desktop or laptop? That's a tough one to answer because it depends on your own circumstances. A desktop makes more sense if you're going to be more stationary. A laptop makes more sense if you're going to be traveling around more. A laptop might make more sense if you're trying to save a little bit of money as well. But a pre-built PC can also make sense if you're trying to save a little bit of money too. It's just that building a PC doesn't really make a ton of sense right now. That's probably what I would say, but a better investment, honestly, when it comes to a desktop or a laptop, it really just depends on your own usage. If you see yourself wanting to travel with your machine, then immediately a laptop is going to be what you want. And if not, then the desktop would offer you more performance. You could probably squeeze more out of it, and you could probably upgrade it later on too, but it depends on the machine as well. Good boom arms for streaming or content curation in general. By boom arms, I mean, like, do you mean one of these? Like one of these microphone arms? Like the one that I'm using to hold up this thing? This microphone? Or are you talking about like one of the ones that like you would see in like a movie set that goes like overhead? Oh, okay, so you're talking about these. There aren't any that are like particularly good for that purpose. They all serve the exact same purpose. But if you want one that I think is pretty good, InnoGear actually makes some pretty good ones. InnoGear microphone arm, and for pretty good prices as well, I would say. Like these will usually stay pretty smooth, and like you won't have to deal with too much creaking for a little while. With InnoGear's offerings over here. So this one's around $45-ish or $46. And I would consider it to be pretty good. You're currently on YouTube, right? Yes, you are. Ugh, okay. Oh man, that could make it a little bit difficult to drop in, but I'm gonna try since I'm actually not on YouTube monitoring it. But let me go ahead and go over to the stream from my YouTube account, and then I'm gonna drop a link. Streamlabs OBS or OBS, what's the difference? I would say that the differences are really mostly going to be in the interface itself. Whoops. Because Streamlabs OBS is cleaner in a lot of ways. There are just a lot more integrations with the online store as well. There are like subscription services as well that you can sign up with. You can even have a merch store with them. Like Streamlabs is more streamlined, I guess. But you do have the same capabilities, at the very least that I have seen, on Streamlabs than what you would get on just regular OBS. OBS is more complex, or at the very least, like the UI just makes it seem more intimidating. And I just find it easier to work with Streamlabs OBS versus just regular OBS, in my opinion, at least. I just want to make sure that I can hold the Fifine K690. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this microphone arm will absolutely positively hold up your Fifine K690. The K690 isn't that heavy of a microphone, but either way, like this mic arm that I sent over can sustain the vast majority of consumer microphones that, well, that people would be trying to get. And with that said, I wanted to go ahead and say thank you to all of you for jumping into tonight's stream. Tonight was actually a lot of fun. I had a pretty good time talking to all of you, and I very much appreciate all of your suggestions and all of your questions. I do. Uh, I love being able to answer these live, of course, and to be able to talk to you all. Now, the next stream, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be just straight up on Friday. So 2 days from now. So with that said, again, thank you so much for jumping in, and I do wish you all a wonderful night. Jamwell, have a good night. Ultra Pranks, have a good night. Um, let's see, Big Dave, have a good night. Brandon, have a good night as well. Um, Corey PKSAO, I wish you a wonderful night. Bloody Fedora, I wish you a wonderful night. I wish you all a wonderful night, and I hope to see you on the next live stream. So with that said, have a wonderful one and enjoy. Bye bye.